so I can pull it up.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. So I'm so excited. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of background on Angela and why I asked her to be on this today. So I met her. Where did I meet? Was it 2 years ago that we did Maria's leader retreat at the lake? And I did not know who Angela is. So Angela, I don't even know how long you've been in this business other than when you sent me that bio, but I did not know her. And you had to qualify for that event, and it was 200 Ks. And one morning we all sat around and did like just a learning thing, like we were just bouncing ideas off of each other. And I remember sitting over there going, who is this girl? Because everything she said, I wrote down. I was taking crazy notes, and I'm like, I don't know who that girl was, but she had some crazy eyelashes. That's the main thing I remember. And but everything that came out of your mouth during that time, because when you've been in this business for a long time, I knew a bunch of people when I got there. So that part was, it was comfortable to me. And sometimes it's hard to get to know new people, new leaders in an atmosphere like that. And Angela, which you may have known everybody, I don't know. She just came in there guns a-blazing, and everything that came out of her mouth was magical. So since that time, I have became friends with her, and I love following her, and I love watching her. And we ran into each other at Cabo, and I was like, what are you doing? And she shared with me that she had added 60 plus, when we look back at the bio, 60 plus people between you and your husband, right?
Mm-hmm. I run both.
And most of us on this team, we work a spouse's account. So right. we understand that. So between the two of you, you were 63 accounts in 3 months. Is that how you qualified for the trip, or was it?
No, it was since November 16th.
Okay. That's not even quite. Well, that was probably tomorrow is December, 3 months tomorrow. But she did this before we even went to Cabo. And so I was like, I'm sorry, what? So I always want to know the secret. And so she's going to share with us how she did it and kind of give us some guidance on doing it. But let me just go ahead and tell you, I feel very confident in Facebook. I am learning and getting more confident in Instagram. I feel like I'm kind of a pro on the old Snapchat, and I've added LinkedIn, and I do my stories, and I do my post, and I do all that. Then she decides to throw this one in where I'm not comfortable at all. So I was like, but wait a minute. If she says it's working for her, I have got to grow. I have got to get out of my comfort zone and figure it out. Of course, when I told my 16-year-old daughter this, she was like, oh, yeah, we got this. Now, many people will see me on this area of social media, but it's on my daughter's account where she's making me do crazy crap during quarantine, just so you know. So here we go, Angela. I am going to be watching the chat. If any of you have any questions, please post it in the comments. I will throw them back to her, but tell us a little bit about yourself and then just go right into it.
All right, so I'll give you a little bit of background. I started with Thrive almost 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years, March 21st. I came in during the same bonus time that we have right now, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I just knew that I had lost weight on this product. I loved this product. I was no longer laying on the couch. I no longer was dealing with headaches. I just felt good. And so my girlfriend said to me, hey, all you got to do is start talking about it. And we had 2 kids in college, so we were kind of like really, really financially strapped. We were paying for everything there so that they didn't have college loans and all that stuff. And I just wasn't looking for something else. I was already working 2 full-time jobs, and my husband was working 2 full-time jobs. And so I said, I really don't have time. And she's like, just tell people how good you feel. And so that's what I did. I started talking to people, and literally in 8.5 months, we went to 200K, which was ignorance on fire. Like, no idea what the heck we were doing. No idea what was going on, but I just knew how good I felt. And so we continued, and I actually quit my job when I hit 200K, both jobs. So I said, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to be full-time in this. I want to do it. And I haven't worked for anybody else since. So what I was finding was my TikTok people, as much as I FAM people, so do you know what FAM is? It's find, add, message. So as much as I was adding to my network and I was messaging people and everything, I didn't feel comfortable. I'm not a small chit-chatty person, okay? I'm more of the get to the point, like what is it? And you know, I'm gonna tell you about it. If you want it, great. If you don't, fine, I got another person over here. So I'm not that real big chit chat person, and I don't like spamming people, and I refuse to. So I was told about this. I was told about TikTok, and I said right at the beginning of quarantine, and I said, no, no, and no. My husband and I did a couple fun ones, like we were drinking beer off the garage door, that kind of stuff, like just having fun during quarantine. But I never looked at it as a way to build a business, because my thought was that it was all young kids on this, on TikTok. And then I was in a training, and the girl said, if you don't want to go on TikTok, I'll be more than happy to take your customers. And I went, oh, heck no, that is not happening. Like, you better figure this stuff out now. Because she was building people were building under her like crazy just on TikTok. And I said, okay, all right, so we got to figure this out. So I was literally Googling how to do this, how to do that, what to do here, what to do there. And I Googled it all. And I started doing product posts. I was killing it. I actually have one that I want to show you that I did. Is that okay? Is it okay if I share my screen with everybody so that they can see it?
Yes, let me make sure that you have access to do that. Can I do that? How can I do that? I can make you a host, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Make host. Okay.
All right. So it says disable. Okay.
You're good.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is the very first one. God, excuse me. I got two screens going here. This is the very first one, like product one I did. Can you see that?
It's not coming up yet, but I'm so excited.
Let me get rid of this stuff here. Let's get rid of all of this. All right, so here we go.
Here are some of the common questions I get asked about how I lost all my weight. I have no motivation. Is this going to help with it? Yes, this does help with your motivation. Is it going to help me get out of bed in the morning? Your eyes are going to pop up in about 10 minutes, and you're going to be ready to take on the day.
Are you seeing that, Angela? I'm not seeing it.
You're not seeing it? Oh, you know why? Okay, hold on. Let's do this.
Diet or count calories?
Stop.
No diet is required.
Let's try this again, because it came on to my one screen. I guess I need to push it over. Hold on. Let's do this. And let's push this. Now can you see it?
There it is.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna move this down so that I can see over here. I got too many screens going.
Here's some of the common questions I get asked about how I lost all my weight. I have no motivation. Is this going to help with it? Yes, this does help with your motivation. Is it going to help me get out of bed in the morning? Your eyes are going to pop up in about 10 minutes, and you're going to be ready to take on the day. Does it have a lot of caffeine? Nope, it has a fraction of what coffee has in it. Do I have to diet or count calories? No diet is required, and you don't have to count calories. Do you have to exercise? No, you don't have to exercise. However, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to want to sit still. You're going to have clean all-day energy. How much does it cost? It costs about $5 a day. And when you think about how much you pay for coffee, junk food, snacks, etc., you're going to be saving money because you're not going to crave any of that. If you're interested, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and message me.
So there you go.
Okay, so my quick question is, so they see you here, but you keep pushing them back to Instagram or to Facebook Because can they message you directly on the TikTok?
So with TikTok Messenger, it's really funny because TikTok doesn't allow you to send clickable links.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to make sure that you get them off of TikTok as quick as possible.
Okay.
And but what you might find is that a lot of people don't have Facebook or Instagram. And when they don't, then you get their phone number and you text them.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one thing that we really found with TikTok. And this was all a learning curve. So trying to get them off as quickly as possible and get them somewhere where you can send them videos, you can send them links, you can send them whatever you want to send them to get them the information that they need.
Okay, other quick question. I noticed that you were super pretty, then you were crazy in bed. Super pretty, crazy in bed. So did you film all the pretty ones and then film or were you having like, to me, it looks like you messed up your hair, then you got fixed up, then you messed up your hair, then you got fixed up.
Right, but here's the thing. So what I did was I took my iPhone. Our phones are our business, right?
Yeah.
So I took my phone in regular video mode. Okay. And while I was looking like I should have still been in bed, I videoed each individual clip. Okay. Then I went and I videoed each individual clip of me doing good, answering the questions.
Easy. Okay.
And then uploaded them, boom, 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 right across.
Can I tell you a funny story? So prior to my Thrive Life, many people know that I was a marketing director for a huge car dealership. Do you know, and I told you this in Cabo, one of my jobs, was creating, editing, filming, creating, editing huge major network television commercials. Okay? $50,000 to $100,000 30-second spots, and this little thing is stressing me out. So seriously, if I can do that, surely I can do this. If 12-year-old teenagers can figure it out.
Yeah, it gets a little overwhelming. Like I find a lot of times what people tell me is, I don't know what to do. I don't know what content to do. So they just don't do anything.
Right.
And here's what I'll say. That wasn't perfect. You see it cut off on the end. But I still did it and I still let it up, right? Because that's what, it worked. It worked. From that one alone, I think I got probably 10 customers.
So they just see your name on your TikTok screen and they know to go find you on Instagram that way?
That's what you always want to direct them. You want to give them a call to action.
Perfect.
At the end of any of your videos. So here's a really important thing to know. When you're doing any video that you want to be able to talk to them or you want them to message you, you want to say, hit the follow button, hit the heart button, and comment whatever you want them to say, and I'll get you more information. Because if they're not following you, you can't message them in TikTok.
Oh, okay.
You have to be friends with them on TikTok in order to message.
Interesting. Okay. So hold on. I'm going to look and make sure nobody's writing in here because many people were asking questions. Let's see. So one of the things she just said is like, you don't know what your content is, so you just don't do anything. We call that analysis paralysis. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Angela, talk about how many followers and how you got so many followers. I got to get a dog out of my room.
I don't really know how many followers I have at this time, but we'll find out here. 13,000.1. And that's not a ton, but your first 1,000 seems to be like the hardest to get. So, because that's such a crucial mark on TikTok. Okay. You want 1,000 followers because when you get 1,000 followers on TikTok, then you can go live.
Okay, real quick. Lacey just asked a question. I got to get my comments to pop up real fast. Y'all, here's what I know. And not every one of Angela's TikToks are Thrive related. Like
Correct.
she's got a funny one of her husband doing some crazy stuff. She sent me one today to do that's not Thrive related at all because we have terrible weather right now. So like I just went and I followed her so that I could start seeing, oh, it's like every third one might have something to do with Thrive, because she's trying to get more people to follow her. And it was so funny because after you and I talked in Cabo, I actually had one of my promoters say, you know what? I have 11,000 followers on TikTok. Can I do something with that? I was like, funny you should say that.
Yeah, you want to see the video that got me the most followers? Has nothing to do with Thrive, but it's brought me in a lot of people. So let's see if I can push this one up for you.
Lacey, I don't know why my comments are not coming up now on Facebook. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go look at it over here. Lacey said that she's been hesitant to do Thrive posts because there's so much negative mom stuff. So hold on, let me see exactly how she worded that because I don't want to say that wrong. And as my daughter even told me, she's like, no, you got to be ready for criticism. But you know, people are nasty behind the screen. What are you gonna do? I don't let that kind of stuff bother me, but I don't understand why it's not popping up my comments. Is it because we're live? That's why. Hold on. Yes, I've been so nervous to share Thrive too much because I've seen so many anti-mom posts and people going crazy. What do you say about that?
So I say, I try to do 4 to 6 TikToks a day. Yeah, and about every 6th one is either about a different product, a different opportunity or something. Like it's not all Thrive related, and it can't be because otherwise I'm not relating with people.
I'm sorry, she didn't mean mom. She said MLM. I read it wrong.
So that's a big thing. So that's something you don't want to use on TikTok. You don't want to use the hashtag MLM or hashtag network marketing. TikTok has rules against MLMs because they, quote unquote, put it up that they were scams, which unfortunately TikTok just doesn't know, right? You can't, like, they just don't know what they don't know. But just don't use those hashtags. So if you use hashtag side gig, if you're talking about your opportunity, or hashtag energy, if you're talking about, you know, your products, whatever, that's, you know, you're staying away from MLM, network marketing, that kind of stuff.
So in the beginning, how long did it take you to make your first TikTok?
Forever. I said, my God, this is forever. It took me an hour. And I'm going to show you this one video. It's 15 seconds long. This one here got us the most followers possible. And this is a stitch. So, and I still have no idea how to do a stitch, but I want to show this to you because it's the dumbest thing ever. And it has almost 1 million views and a lot of comments on it. So back over here.
I'm going to make my daughter do some with me. How did you get them to all do that with you? That is hilarious.
So they are actually all my promoters. So we just got together one day and we were working and I said, okay, guys, I want to do a TikTok. I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I found it under the discovery. And I looked up group dances and this one popped up. So I was like, okay, well, let's try this stitch thing, thinking that the music was going to come on and we were still going to have the same music. That didn't happen. But that one there got us a lot of followers.
That is hilarious. I love it. So guys, I would encourage you, like, I know Amanda Arnett has talked about TikTok a lot too. So I started following her just to kind of get some ideas. Obviously, you don't want to copy exactly what they do, but it kind of gives you some ideas. And I will tell you, Angela, that I did create one TikTok, and it was about my 3 steps. And I swear to God, it took me all day. And I will never forget just trying to place the words on there. I mean, this was probably a year ago. That's how much I should have kept going, but I just didn't. And Briston helped me, but I was like just trying to get my words on there. Like I got super frustrated. And I was like, why is this more complicated than what I did? But I can say now that they don't take you near that long. If you're doing that many a day, they're not taking you that long.
No, I do them. And here's another little golden nugget. When you're looking good and you want to do a lot of them, just do them, change your clothes, right? And save them into your drafts.
Right.
So I actually have a step-by-step if you want me to show you how to do it.
That'd be great.
All right.
This is what we're here for. Today, she was sitting here talking about some different stuff. I thought, my daughter always makes me do these dance ones. So I should go find a video of, because, I grew up as a dancer. Me as a dancer at 15 and me as or 17 and me as a dancer at 47 and do the comparison. I just thought that would be funny. No rhythm anymore.
All right. So again, I'm going to share here. Is that okay? Can you guys see that? All
Yep.
right. Okay. So the first things first, actually, I guess my first one didn't save, but you want to go either down here at the bottom. Once you press that plus button at the bottom, you get a choice of 60, 50 seconds, 60 seconds, 15 seconds templates. This live doesn't come until you have 1,000 followers. Once you have 1,000 followers, you can go live, but just know that when you're live, they don't get a replay. It's not like a replay on TikTok. So it's one time. Okay. So whoever's live, that's who you're seeing your stuff.
Yeah,
so know that.
I'm not confident in that yet.
You do Facebook lives all the time. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
So try to stick to the 15-second one, only because the attention span for TikTok, you have about 4 seconds to catch their attention. Okay. So the next thing up here is sounds. So at the top, you always want to put a sound. So whether you put a sound in and you turn the volume down or whatever, you always want to use a sound. Okay. And you can add a sound later too, if you want. All right. So let's see here. This is me taking screenshots today. Oh boy, hold on.
Y'all, if y'all have any comments, please just go ahead and put that in the chat. I felt like this is going to be super useful to us. So I'm so glad she was willing to jump on.
Absolutely. So once you go into sounds, here's like TikTok viral, and you can actually find a sound there that you want to use. Okay. And the other thing is you have a 3 or a 10-second timer to get started. So you can actually set the timer and not look like you're pressing the start button.
Oh,
does that
cool.
make sense?
Yes. I see my daughter do this all the time.
I wish somebody would have showed this all to me. So down here, you have the 3 or 10-second timers, and then you just press the start the countdown button.
Perfect.
So I'm doing this just so that you guys can watch this later. Once you do the sounds, right here is where you're going to see how long the sound's going to last. So if you're doing a 15-second video, you don't want an 8-second sound. Okay, but this is under the TikTok viral, so you can see the top ones. So maybe, and you can listen to them. So if you go over here and just click on it, you're going to be able to listen to it before you check it off and say that that's the one that you want. Okay. And I'm going to show you, this is one I did today. So then down here, you add texts and stickers. You can add stickers, you can add text, effects, just play with it. You can add the sounds here as well. So even if you didn't do it at the beginning, you can always add it. Then once you add the text, you can set the duration, you can edit it, whatever you want, and then just click on it and move it to wherever you want it in the screen. Just remember not to keep things down here because people aren't going to see it, because that's where your description and everything is and your hashtags. And also over here on your TikTok is going to be your follow button, your heart button, your comment button. So you don't want to put anything over here either. Okay, so I moved the watch me up to there, and then you can hit the next button when you're done, once you have all your stuff added in, okay? And then the most important part that you don't want to forget is describe your video, put something that's going to have people want to watch it, and TikTok's going to add it to your algorithm, okay? Make sure that you use 3 to 4 hashtags. That is all. Don't go crazy on hashtags, all right? And you can select a cover. So maybe you don't want it to say, watch me up here. You can select a cover that you want to add. So do that. Make sure that this is set to everyone so that everybody can see it, okay? Allow a duet, stitches, save to your device. I always like saving them to my device because I can multi-purpose them onto Facebook or Instagram. And if you don't want to post it right away, right here's the drafts. You can just add it there and post it tomorrow. Or you can post it up. Does that help?
So I have to tell y'all that, like, all the time my mother-in-law will come in and she'll have a new recipe. Where'd you get this? TikTok. My husband, I will listen. He'll be hysterically laughing. And what is he doing? He's flipping through TikTok. And even I've noticed that if I start to watch TikTok, I can be stuck on there for 30 minutes. But I do laugh a lot. But if they don't catch my attention in 4 seconds, I move on. Like the really sad people crying, I don't understand why they're on TikTok. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you just wanting people to feel sorry for you? But if there's one dog that's always dressed up and it has the funniest voice, and I swear to goodness, I just hysterically laugh. Whoever that person is makes me laugh. So I know that it is definitely an avenue that people are on, especially during quarantine. There were so many people on it, and now it's very addicting. So, and I know people have different mixed emotions about it, but I'm just saying 63 people in less than 3 months joining your organization between you and your husband, and we're in the middle of a big bonus time. I would assume that's a total cold market that you're hitting is what you're doing.
Yeah, and we had 205 free accounts signed up.
My goodness.
In that time.
Wow.
Between my husband and my account, 205. I went through today and counted because I knew it was a lot. I just didn't know how many it was. So, I mean, it's doable. The one thing is don't get stuck in the TikTok rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Set your timer on your phone for 15 minutes. And if you see somebody's stuff, I do it quick. I do it really quick. And then what I do is if I like that and I think I want to do something like that, I text it to myself. I share it to my text and text it right to my phone so that I can see it later. And so that I can use that sound later or the effects later or whatever it is. And I said I only use it, like I only look on about 15 minutes a day just to find what I want to do.
So guys, I think the key factor here is that Angela is trying to share with you guys is it was just something that somebody brought to her attention and said she needed to do it. But she wasn't an expert at first. None of us are going to be. But she started Googling, she started playing with it. And I knew that about LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that. The more you're in it, the more comfortable you get. And so I can imagine just going back and looking at probably some beginning videos of everybody who's, TikTok worthy now. They probably weren't the best, but
well, we don't start playing any sport and being good at it right away. There's no sport that you start out and are just an expert in it right away, right? And the same thing goes here. The same thing goes with our network marketing business. We didn't know what we were doing at first, but we learned. And so the same thing goes with all of these social medias. I will tell you this is going to sound so funny. I have not gotten one person from Facebook because I don't have enough time to be over on Facebook all the time like I used to be. They have all come from TikTok, and I enjoy TikTok. I enjoy them.
Well, let's be real. After a while, I hear this all the time. I've already went to all my people. I've already, they feel like they've exhausted that network of Facebook. And I will tell y'all, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know if I told you this. I honestly was not seeing Angela very much on Facebook, and I thought, did she leave? Did she start doing something else? Then when I ran into her in Cabo, obviously she wasn't. And that's when she shared with me, I was like, that makes perfect sense. But I was seeing her TikToks, not on TikTok. I was seeing them on Facebook. So she was making me laugh. I knew that's what she was doing. I was seeing them. I didn't see them all the time, so I probably missed her Thrive ones, all of her Thrive ones. But kudos to you. I mean, totally stepping out and just, stepping out of the comfort zone.
That's exactly what it is. And I was not, here's my view on Facebook. And this is my view all over the place. I don't chase people. I attract people.
Mm-hmm.
And what belongs to me will find me. So they will find me as long as I'm attractive to them. And I'm attractive over on TikTok because Facebook's too negative for me. So I'm just not that person. TikTok, they just like to have fun. They like to have a good time. Facebook is just not my cup of tea. Instagram and I have a love-hate relationship. So LinkedIn, I closed my LinkedIn account because that just wasn't for me. I found my niche over in TikTok, and I hope that other people do too, because there's a lot of people from all over the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And my LinkedIn, I've just kind of started because I know that's a more professional thing, but it's so funny when I go over there and view my stories, there's like 2 views. There's 400 on Facebook. There's, a lot on Instagram. So I know it's just part of my job. Those are what I have to do. And I'm intentional on one and I carry it over to the others, right? So it's just part of my job. That's just what I have to do. And part of my job is always learning new things and training new things and stepping out of my comfort zone. So let's just be real. We're about to start doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I will tell you that one I did this morning. How many times do you get 3,600 people to view a video of your Facebook?
What'd you do this morning? Do you ever actually just show the 3 products? I guess if you don't hashtag it the wrong way, you don't get shut down on TikTok. I don't want it.
I do. Okay. I do. I will say this, and I'd probably give Paul and Jason a heart attack. I don't typically show the front of the packages, only because I'm doing attraction marketing. I want people to come to me and ask me what it is.
Okay.
I will tell them exactly what my products do, right? Like my jumper cables, my shake, my DFT, whatever it is, right? Whatever product I'm talking about, I will talk about it, but I typically don't show the front of any of the packages. I want people to come to me. I know that when we first started this, I lost a lot of money because people were going into my link right away and finding out what it was. And I want to answer their questions.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So. Well, awesome. Okay, I'm going to make sure that nobody has any specific questions. They're all just like crazy watching this and hearting it.
Well, I'm glad it's helped.
Yes. Well, I just want people to know that it's not, it may be uncomfortable at first, but it's not undoable. I mean, how many millions of people are on TikTok? If millions of people can figure it out, we can too. I guess I would say, like me, I went and watched you for a little bit. And as you're talking about, like, so I don't have a huge weight loss situation. My biggest thing was headaches. So I'm going to have to be very strategic in how did I get rid of a certain kind of head discomfort several times a week? I'll show you how. That's going to have to be, I'm going to have to figure out what my niche is, but I cannot wait weeks to do this. Like I got to get 1 in. I got to get 2 in. So it's Monday. I'm going to do my best to get at least 2 in this week because I don't want to overanalyze it. And then once I get comfortable with it, I feel like I can do it. I mean, once I got comfortable with it.
I will tell you, one of my other biggest ones on the product was not even my story. It was one of my promoter stories. And she had amazing before and after. So why wouldn't I use them? Right. And all I did was have my iPad there and I had the picture up and I held the picture up, or I put it in the background of my TikTok and pointed, and said what they did. And just now I just got somebody messaging me asking me for more information on that one, which was posted back at the beginning of December.
So let's just think about this. Y'all, I remember when I started this product and was trying to decide if I was going to become a customer or promoter. Many of you know that I'm one of Maria's directs. Maria and I grew up in the same small town. And Maria and I eventually, years later, ended up in a different small town. So the amount of common friends that her and I had was a stupid number. Like, I probably have more friends in common with her than I do some of my own family. Okay. So let's think about that. And here's what she said. Well, all of these people are going to thrive. They're going to thrive with you or they're going to thrive with me. Which way do you want to do? And it was like the race was on. I was like, oh, challenge accepted. And sometimes we do overlap. Oh, Mari already talked to me about it. Oh, Susan already talked to me about it, whatever. But the race was on. So right now I ask you, Angela's either going to get all millions of people from TikTok, or we can help her out and not make it so hard on her. But it's just growing.
I swear, thank God, after I messaged them, that not everybody gets back to me, because I wouldn't have enough time in my day to continue it.
Yeah.
Like, there's just some people that just don't get back to you. What a problem to have, right? Yeah. What a problem to have. I didn't have that problem over on Facebook or Instagram.
So do you always lead them to Instagram, or do you always lead them to Facebook?
I like it. I have a question that I ask them. Are you on, like a quick question. Are you on Facebook or are you on Instagram? Because it's much easier to communicate over there. Can you friend me? Here's my name on both. I'd much rather them come over on Facebook, because we have customer groups and that I can get them into, so I'd much rather get them over on Facebook. But if they have Instagram, we go Instagram. So.
Perfect. Well, Angela, I so appreciate you doing this with us today. I feel a little bit more confident. I feel like this is going to be super helpful for our team. I'm so thankful for you just being willing to share this with everybody. So I hope all of you had enjoyed it. I did do this in Zoom so that I could record it and put it out on my YouTube channel, but obviously in our team page, it's going to be live forever. It's always going to be there. But Angela, I'll pop that recording over to you in just a little bit as well. Well, guys, I hope all of you have a great night. And Angela, again, just thank you. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Stay safe. Stay safe out there in Texas.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody.